Oops. Okay. Hello. Um, any of my subs that end up watching this, I have to talk kind of low because, like I said in the description, I'm at my mom's house and she's gone to bed and Jim is in the living room reading his paper. And because of where the bedroom's located, all I have to do is walk out the bedroom door and, you know, Jimmy jog a little bit and I'm in the front room. Um, but I'm going to have to cast without a wand, even though this is a wand. My crystal wand, I don't feel like taking it off my neck, so I'm going to be using my finger to cast. And this beautiful wrap that I'm wearing is, my mom let me borrow it because, well, because of this. And it's, I felt the need to cover up because Jim, who lives with my mom, and he's been with my family since I was 17, as you know. I've spoken about him before. He, like a typical guy, he gets turned on by such things. And I certainly don't want him getting turned on because of me and thinking about naughty stuff and me. You know what I'm saying? So even though I really don't probably have to be covered up now, but still, this is a live stream, so I'm trying to be, I don't know, conservative, I guess is a good way to put it. But I got busy decorating my newest room that I bought for myself on Abacan Life. I only got a couple of the rooms done, and I've got at least a couple more to go, probably. Like, I have to decide which one's going to be my bedroom and, stuff like that and all. But without further blah, blah, blah from me, it's going to take me a few minutes to, I'm going to have to get up and get the appropriate tools out of the duffel bag that my mom and Jim don't even know I brought because I didn't want it to cause an issue. They don't like my beliefs. They don't believe in them. At least my mother, she tends to be open-minded about them. And she finally realizes that, Mom, I'm not doing witchcraft, okay? It's like, I don't even know if I have this thing on right because doesn't seem right. But anyway, yeah, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and take this off because I don't think I have any male subs on this channel. If I do, well, I guess they get some cleavage shots or whatever, but I probably do have this thing on now. Yeah, I do. I think I do. Okay. Yeah, I did. I had it on wrong. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the bed post thing there. And I had to do things very minimally. So it wouldn't cause issues. Yes, I'm putting on some deodorant, even though there's nobody here in the room but me. who's going to help. Gotta have this, right? So I had to bury it in the bottom of my bag here. And I also brought this, which is my dragon deck, because I feel like they have a message for me. But I do have a bit of a problem. Candle holders. What to use for candle holders. Because I didn't bring any. So
I'm going to turn this thing off. There's slow back there. I hope I got it.
and I don't exactly have a table that I can use for an altar of sorts. She's got this beautiful 3-wick candle that smells like roses. So I may just have to use it. Hope she don't get mad. I did find one of these, but it's a tea light, and this thing is plastic, and these are the kind of candles I have, and they do drip, so this would make a mess if I tried to use that. So I may have to use like trying to figure this out, because I don't want my mom to know what I'm doing, and I don't want Jim to know what I'm doing, because trust me, it would cause a problem. I know my family too well for that, so anyway. Okay, so I'm drinking water. I know I'll go out and get another table. Duh. And maybe find some something that I can safely use for a candle holder, because I definitely don't want to go all the way back up to the attic to see if there's anything up there I could use. Even if I had like an empty pop can or something, I could maybe stick the candle down in that, or I don't know, it'd probably be too hard. And it's still going to drip down over top of it, so. Let me go get that other table. Which means I gotta put this back on. Because I don't want Jim seeing me, if you know what I mean. And if he says anything, I'll just be like, well, I'm doing a reading with my angel. Hopefully she'll like that. Okay. Now I gotta figure out where to put this other table. Guess I'll have to put it right here. So I'm trying to be as quiet as I can, So, or let's see, I guess I could do it this way. Just bring it up a little further back, or I'm not sure what. Okay, couldn't find anything to use for a candle holder, so just have to make do with candles in here that I already got lit. Oh, hi. Hey, Char. I'm glad I noticed that you were there. I'm getting ready to start rituals, so I hope you like it. Or actually, I should say start prayer. But I'm probably going to have to turn this fan on because it's kind of warm in here. But then, hey, let's see. I don't know how to operate this thing, so I may have to move some stuff. And besides, I got candles on, so I don't know if the breeze from the fan would possibly blow them out. I don't know that they would produce enough light for me to be able to turn the lamp out that's on in here, because my mom's gone to bed. So I'm trying to be quiet and don't want them to know what I'm doing in here, because my mom don't believe in this. She's open-minded about it, but she don't really believe in it, per se. So we'll toss that up there. See about maybe putting this fan up here on this tote. So give me a minute. I don't know how this fan runs, so okay, on. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, as I was saying earlier, but before I go on, I'm good. How are you? My mom wanted me to spend the night tonight because she wants to do some early Christmas shopping tomorrow, which I put that in the description of this live stream. And I didn't bring the right candle holders to use the candles that I brought. So I just lit a couple that Mom has in here. A little tea light, which I have to watch. And one that has 3 wicks, like I said earlier on the live stream, and it's a pretty rose scent. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to read at least what Lughnasadh is about. Okay, Lughnasadh lore. It is appropriate to plant the seeds from the fruit consumed in ritual. If they sprout, grow the plant with love and as a symbol of your connection with the goddess and God. Wheat weaving, the making of corn dollies, etc. is an appropriate activity for Lughnasadh. Visits to fields, orchards, lakes, and wells are also traditional. The foods of Lughnasadh include bread, blackberries, and all berries, acorns, leached of their poisons first, crab apples, all grains, and locally ripe produce, so basically whatever's in season right now. A cake is sometimes baked, and cider is used in place of wine. If you do make a figure of the god from bread, it can be used for the simple feast. Now, the simple feast is also in this book. For a while there, I was doing live streams where I was reading out of, I think it was this book, chapter by chapter. My foot's itching. So, I don't know when I'm going to get back to doing that because there's just so much going on. And this is probably about the closest thing to a break that I've had. Because my mom, again, if they knew what I was doing in here, I wouldn't hear the last of it. Okay. So I will save that for another time. But basically, the short version is the simple feast is celebrated. And if you don't have wine, you don't have to have wine. You can do juice, you can do milk, you can do coffee, you can do water, you can do tea, whatever strikes your fancy, you can use it. Whatever type of cake strikes your fancy, you can use it. The thing about the cake, the one they're describing in here for ritual purpose, is you're supposed to carve like the figure of a man into it. And I'm not very good at that. And I have to say, I don't like defacing the cake in such a way. You could put icing on it, but I don't want to stand in front of a hot oven either. So, but like cakes and wine or cakes and ale or whatever, it's a nice little ceremony. It's kind of a way to close out, your ritual when you're done. But let me read the rest of Lughnasadh. It's normally celebrated on August 1st, and as you know, this is August 3rd, but this was the soonest that I was able to do it because I just recently changed my card to my Capital One so my check gets loaded on my Capital One every month now. And this past Monday, the 1st, Lughnasadh, when I would normally celebrate it, I had to wait till then for my check to get here. So Monday was a runaround day. Tuesday, I tried to rest a bit. Today, here I am. So place upon the altar sheaves of wheat, barley, or oats. Don't have to be all three, it can just be one of them. Fruits and breads, perhaps a loaf fashioned in the figure of the sun or a man to represent the god. Now, the figure of the sun would probably be easier for a lot of us because it don't take as much. Like you just do a circle and you put little pokey things out, like to look like to represent the sun. Maybe even use yellow icing, if you feel like it. Corn dollies, symbolic of the goddess, can be present there as well. Now, corn dollies are made from the skin or whatever, the covering of a cob of corn, an ear of corn, and it's the stuff you peel off. That's what you make corn dollies with. I think somewhere in this book there might be a way to do that, but then again, maybe not. It's probably most likely in one of my other books. Okay, onward. So corn dollies, symbolic of the goddess, can be present there as well. Arrange the altar, light the candles and censer, and cast a circle of stones. Recite the blessing chant, invoke the goddess and god. Stand before the altar holding aloft the sheaves of grain or wheat or whatever, and say these or similar words. But that I'm going to save for the actual ritual because these are ritual words. So before I go on, I need to cast circle. I got both of these tables facing north because that's my direction of power. That's my, and it's also earth, which I'm an earth sign. So anyway, just bear with me here. Just go ahead and put those together. Move this back so I'm not tripping all over it and hurting myself. Okay. As usual, I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos on like other holy days that I have celebrated in a similar fashion. This is how I always cast. Thrice the circles cast around, evil sink into the ground. Thrice the circles cast around, evil sink into the ground. Thrice the circles cast around, evil sink into the ground. May the powers of the One, the source of all creation, all-pervasive, omnipotent, eternal, may the goddess, the lady of the moon, and the god, horned hunter of the sun, may the powers of the spirits of the stones, rulers of the elemental realms, may the powers of the stars above and earth below bless this place and this time, and us who are with you. Amen, and blessed be. And namaste. Okay, that's part of it. That's not all of it. Okay. Around me I cast the circle of stones. Not but love may enter within. Not but love may emerge from within. Charge us by your powers, old ones, or great ones, or however, you want to say it. But, of course, be respectful, because you are invoking goddesses and gods. Circle expand to encompass this room so that I can move about freely within its boundaries without breaking them. Next, I do the LBRP, which I have to start in the east to do that one. I don't know why, but that's just the way they do it. Yod, hey, va, hey. Hey, yeah. Adonai. Agla. For around me flames the pentagram and the Kabbalistic cross, and within me and them shines the six-rayed star. Circle expand to join the other circle in the room so that I can move about freely within its boundaries without breaking them. This circle is sealed. Earth, air, fire, water, elements of astral birth, I call you now, attend to me. In this circle rightly cast, safe from psychic curse or blast, I call you now, attend to me. From cave and desert, sea and hill, by wand, blade, cup, and pentacle, I call you now, attend to me. This is my will and my request, so mote it be. Again, be respectful. Always be respectful. So now that that's done, I don't have any of the materials listed, obviously, so I'm just going to read the words. Now is the time of the first harvest, when the bounties of nature give of themselves, so that we may survive. O God of the ripening fields, Lord of the grain, grant me the understanding of sacrifice as you prepare to deliver yourself under the sickle of the goddess and journey to the lands of eternal summer. O goddess of the dark moon, teach me the secrets of rebirth as the sun loses its strength and the nights grow cold. Rub the heads of the wheat with your fingers so that the grains fall onto the altar. Lift a piece of fruit and bite it, savoring its flavor, and say, I partake of the first harvest, mixing its energies with mine, that I may continue my quest for the starry wisdom of perfection. O Lady of the Moon and Lord of the Sun, gracious ones before whom the stars halt their courses, I offer my thanks for the continuing fertility of the earth. May the nodding grain loose its seeds to be buried in the mother's breast, ensuring rebirth in the warmth of the coming spring. Consume the rest of the fruit, works of magic if necessary may follow. Celebrate the simple feast, the circle is released. Now, I guess I can go ahead and read the simple feast on here, just so it's on here, and you understand what it is and what it means. But let's see, here we go, simple feast. Whoops, got my water here. This is how you do the simple feast. I'm not ending the anything. I'm just doing this for the benefit of, anybody that wants to know. What's the simple feast? Hold up a cup of wine or some other liquid between your hands to the sky and say, Gracious Goddess of abundance, bless this water and infuse it with your love. In your names, Mother Goddess and Father God, I bless this water. Hold up a plate of cakes. Pretend here. Bread or biscuits will work, with both hands to the sky and say, Powerful God of the harvest, bless these cakes and infuse them with your love. In your names, Mother Goddess and Father God, I bless these cakes or this bread or these biscuits or whatever. So that's the simple feast. Pretty easy. Okay. The next celebration will be Mabon, which is it's considered Circa, C-I-R-C-A. And that's not till September 21st. I have a special affinity with Mabon, which is kind of nice. It's basically, it's an old memory of sorts. I don't really need that anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down there. But it's a good one. I'll talk about it, in a little bit or something. Which I can't imagine. I don't even know, how long you can stay up or anything, or if you're still on with me. But if you're not, that's okay. You can watch it at your leisure whenever you can. This is my dragon deck. Okay, nothing but positive. I mean, these dragons are ancient, and they are here to help. And sometimes they know that as humans, we have many faults. So they're here to help us along, but we have to be open to the experience and to them, and stop associating them with demons and devil worship and all that crap, which the only demon, devil worship, anything that goes on, yeah, there are dark dragons, that do bad stuff, but Not in this deck. The most that you would get, the harshest you'll get out of this deck is, like I said, tough love. Um, some of what I used to do on, like I was trying to do for a weekly basis, is like on Mondays I would do a certain thing, on Tuesdays I would do a certain thing, on Wednesdays, and so on. Okay. But having the time, making the time, committing to it, it's like a whole nother ball game. You have to be serious enough about wanting to learn it, or you won't. So one of the things I would do is I would do a daily card reading, and not always with one deck. Sometimes I would do several, but there's like a one card reading, which basically gives you an outlook of the day. And doing one this time of night. Okay, it's not after midnight yet. Um, it's irrelevant, other than that particular dragon is saying that it's here. And I just realized two of my dragons are missing from this deck because I left them at my friend Maria's at home. Uh, but this is the guest room, basically, that I'm staying in. And I also have a little area, a little nook upstairs in the attic, but I'm still working on how to sort that out with Mom so that she won't be upset when I go up there, because I miss going up there. But of course, because it's the attic, it gets hot up there like really, really quick. So most likely, if as long as the weather was nice and whatever, I would open the window. I would literally open it as wide as it would go. I have a couple tables up there. I have one of my chairs up there. Um, just random things. But anyway, let me do this. Let me go on. I'm getting too distracted again. I always tap the deck 3 times, which we call waking it up. And I will ask forgiveness and understanding of the 2 dragons that are not in this deck, in case one of them were the one that pops up or wanted to. It was a thing me and Maria did the other day. So, what is my 1 card reading and message and dragon that is with me on this day? Okay. The healer. Isn't he pretty? Let me put him over here so I don't dump him in the floor. He might be one of the Earthwalk dragons. Let me see. The healer, where are you? Oh, sorry, it's a guardian dragon. Hang on. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There are 4 particular, significant, different in some ways, but similar in others, dragon clans. There's the Earthwalk dragons, the Galactic dragons, the Grand Master dragons, and the Guardian dragons. The healer is a guardian dragon, and his message is on page 120. Okay, here we go. My throat gets so dry. I try to make it a habit of, here lately I've been having ice water next to my bed at night, because in the chaos of the day, all too often I don't drink enough water. So this is kind of my way of making up for that. Okay, there's something black. Oh, it might be on the screen. It looked like, is it on the blinds back there or what? Okay, anyway. The healer. You may love your work. Yes, I do. But it does not define you. No. You also need time to be you. Also true. This gentle yet powerful dragon is a true guardian of all healers on earth. Hi. He connects particularly with those who work energetically. He reminds us that although we may walk our talk, we also need to heed our own advice. We are not a bottomless pit of energy and need to take time out now and again. His message: I am the guardian of the healers. You are capable of great things on earth as a healer and as a light for others to follow. But to do this, you must burn brightly and throw light into the shadows of your world. You give a great deal to others, but you must also make time for yourself. You need to rest and recharge your energy. Your energy tank requires refilling lest you become depleted. Make time to meditate, rejuvenate, to relax, and above all, to laugh. You may love your work, but it does not define you. You also need time to be you, a wife, husband, mother, father, daughter, son, sister, or brother, or any other role you fulfill. He reminds us not to take ourselves or life too seriously. If we do, we risk forgetting that we are just one tiny cog in the great wheel of life. Very true. Um, I have been doing a lot of magic and a lot of healing lately, um, because it's needed by a lot of people. So I all too often do in fact deplete myself because I just keep giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, and then somewhere along the way, all too often as well, I forget to just be myself, to do things for myself, to take a break. Um, I would like to be able to do my live streams on a more steady basis, but when I was doing them, like pretty much doing one every day, at some point in the past, it was causing me and Chris to argue, and he was getting agitated because he thought I was doing too many, and he didn't see the sense in it. But that just is a reminder of just how close minded he is when it comes to such things. As my partner, he is supposed to be supportive, he is supposed to be loving and understanding and patient and kind, and he's not. Not a lot of times. I'm not saying that he's never kind, but for the most part, and he'll say this boldly anytime, he's a pain in the ass and he's not afraid to say it, or he's not nice and he's not afraid to say it. He doesn't care who likes it and who don't. um, so it does cause issues. I don't hear any of the music out there now, so I don't know if Jim's still out there reading his paper. I'm just getting the dry skin off my lips. um, because I kind of came up with an idea, and it was probably my healer or one of my spirit guides that came up with it. And I should be able to get away with it in the sense that, excuse me, um, the candles, because they're so far away, they're you can kind of smell the rose scent, but not as strong as I would like. And since I'm the only one in here, I can light incense if I want. There's a bucket out in the front room that I've been lighting incense in. I've only got two of them. They're recently I bought them at a store. One pack is rose, and it's got Mother Mary on the box, the little package it's in, and the other one's simply called Love. So let me go out and get that, and then I can also maybe possibly put one of the candles down in there, and then if it if the wax melts over top of the rocks, which are in the bottom of the bucket, it's not such a big deal, and it's easy enough to clean up. So I'll be right back. Let me know if there's any interesting manifestations that happen. This is the bucket. It's not tiny. This is the rose, and this is the one that just says love. So since we already have a rose candle lit in here, we'll go ahead and I'll light one of the rose scented incense here. Put these here. Grab my lighter and make sure right over here where the fan can't blow it out. And these rocks are pretty far down in there, so there we go. I was looking around to see if Mom had some kind of a trash bag in here, but it don't look like it, so I guess not. And then the love ones I'll just put up here for now. Air is in the east, so I'm going to go ahead and set this in the east. What a day. I wanted to do this now because I knew I was getting too tired, that if I waited much longer, I was going to be, it's like, okay, it's my bedtime, so, I need to get to bed. Not right now, don't worry. But because I have the incense burning in there right now, I'm not going to worry about putting a candle in there right now, because I'm trying to, we can make it interesting, I guess, huh? Go ahead and turn the light out and see what kind of light the candles cast. And hopefully not catch myself on fire in the process. See how dark it is? You can't even see me. That ain't gonna work. Well, that's part of experimentation. Sometimes things will work, sometimes they won't. And it's ironic that the healer showed up because he's a guardian dragon, but he's green, and I'm facing the north. So, and being the random witch that I am, I don't know what this, oh yeah, sorry. I recast the circle of stones, naught but love may enter within, naught but love may emerge from within, charges by your powers old ones. Circle expand to encompass the room so I can move about freely within its boundaries without breaking them. I don't know what I might do on here, If I could remember what chapter I left off that I was reading out of the green book, the green and black book that I just read out of, excuse me, for the ceremony, I would. Lost my train of thought. I would what? Forgot, because I'm getting tired. I was going to take a shower today and never got that done, so that definitely I'm going to take a shower as soon as I get up in the morning, and hope that Jim doesn't decide to take one as well, or Mom for that matter, because my mom usually she needs help to take one, because she gets afraid in the shower and trying to climb in and out of the tub safely, So the only way that she'll be able to take a real bath or shower is if I'm in there with her, and like help wash her back, because that's one place that I know she can't reach, and it's for her health. But I was not as prepared as I should have been. Um, but today was such a flurry of events that, excuse me, I ended up forgetting some pertinent stuff that I needed. And once that incense burns down and I light one of the love incense in its place, um, I might go ahead and try to light a candle. I just wish that I'm gonna have to find me some candle holders at home or something that I can use, something that I can pack easily in a duffel bag and bring with me so it doesn't cause issues. Um, but anyway, oh, I know what I was talking about with the book. If I could remember what chapter I left off at, which I would have to go back to my other videos and see what the last chapter was, and then continue from there. Um, but because of the chaos at home, here, at least it's like halfway peaceful, a lot more peaceful here than at home. And this is like a second home to me, even though it is my mother's, and I'm aware of that. I'm not saying this place is mine by no means, because it's not. But I have a question. I'm going to ask the cards mentally. It's an experiment. And I'm going to do a 3 card on it and just see what dragons show up to answer my question. And I may divulge the question after the dragons and after I've read each one of their messages. Okay, and I'm going to do it the proper way. Supposed to do 3 piles from the left to the right. Then you use your left hand, then you use your right hand to pick them up. And I don't know, it's a tarot thing. It's, I try to do it at least once in a while, but when I'm doing like a daily card, where I'm only reading 1 card, then I don't see the purpose of, doing that. So I'll just tap the deck 3 times, ask what dragon is with me today, and just, read the message and go on with my day. So give me a few minutes to get in the zone and ask the question in my head, because I need to formulate it right as well, or it's not going to make any sense. I don't want to confuse the dragons. Okay. Past, basically, present, future. It'll be interesting to see who decided to show up this time. Balance. Balance is the first card. Put on my eyeballs and see what balance is saying. Because apparently there's something I need to hear. No, okay. Balance is he's the first one on the list of Earthwalk dragons, and he's on page 46. Hey, balance, where are you? Wait, way too far back. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it this way. Here he is. Duh. What you are experiencing in your life now is transitional. This dragon, balance, depicts aspects of us as a whole, our light and shadow sides. As humans, we show the world our many different sides, for we are multifaceted and can change from situation to situation. These aspects could include our compassion, frustration, love, irritation, joy, and so on. His appearance in your spread is to remind you that everything is perfect, even if the situation you find yourself in is pushing your buttons. Balance says, fear and frustration only serve one purpose, and that is to disempower. Life on earth is all about achieving a personal equilibrium, seeing things for what they are, balancing your daily activities, and demands with time to laugh and play. You run the risk of becoming too serious and caught up in the dramas that are unfolding in your life now. By not allowing yourself time to play, you can call upon my energy, yes please, and wisdom, yes please, to guide you, yes please, to be more balanced in how you view or feel, yes please, about your situation. You cannot have darkness without light, the sun without the moon. Do you need to learn to say no or to look at your personal boundaries? Are they being crossed too often? Maybe you should say yes to things which, although they make you fearful, will assist your personal and spiritual growth. Remember that what you are experiencing in your life now is transitional. It won't last forever. This, like much of life, is a phase, a lesson, and it too will soon pass. If you find yourself in a perplexing situation, ask for his wisdom to be bestowed upon you. Balance will guide you to understanding, to know in your heart what you can do, or indeed, if you need to do anything at all. Sometimes all that is required is patience. Well, that's interesting. Next one, present, Actrimus. And he is, let's find out. He's a galactic dragon. Page 92. Here we go. 92. Actrimus. Integrate the higher vibrations within your work and life. Actrimus connects with the Arcturian civilization, the peacekeepers of the galaxies. This beautiful dragon announced himself to me by stating, I am the dragon Actrimus of the seventh golden ray dimension. I am kin to the Atlantean dragons, who were seventh dimensional but chose to work with the fifth dimensional beings of Atlantis and oversee the raising of their vibration to the seventh dimension. If Actrimus has joined your reading today, heed his words. The time has come for you to begin integrating with seventh dimensional golden ray energy, yes please, and initiate the process of anchoring its frequency into your being. This will enable you to shift the old layers of 3D energy and release it naturally. It heralds the next phase of your incredible journey. Holding a clearer vibration allows us to view the world without judgment, be at ease with ourselves, and let go of negativity. By accepting Actrimus into your life, You are acknowledging you are ready to shift old DNA coding and integrate the higher vibrations into your life. Yes, please. Future. Oh boy. Singold. Isn't he pretty? All these dragons are beautiful. Okay, Singold. He is page 76, and he is an Earthwalk dragon. Here he is. Do that which lifts your heart to bring forth your deep inner smile from within. Singold is the dragon of gratitude, and he arrives when we need to take notice of and acknowledge old negative patterns. He asks us to recognize old emotional blocks. For example, these can be self-doubt, fear, or jealousy. He has 3 words to say about gratitude. Review your life to date and find things to be grateful for, so you can rejoice in who you are. Acknowledge the fears, envy, guilt, or anger within. Accept the niggling doubts. Admit they are present, for they are a part of you. But you have no need to dwell here, for they are part of your past and are no longer relevant to your life now. Instead, revel in the pure joy of being alive. Seek the positive in your existence here on earth. Uncover the things to rejoice about. Do that which lifts your heart to bring forth your deep inner smile from within. Seek a totem to act as a reminder. This can be an object small enough to carry or wear daily, maybe a beautiful shell or a crystal. Set the intention within it to stay focused on being joyous and grateful, so that when the totem is on your person, it reminds you that all is as it should be. You are learning the lessons of gratitude, and you are exactly where you should be now. Think, chant, write, or sing joy, happiness, peace, laughter, but above all, gratitude. Put it to music, dance with it, practice gratitude numerous times daily until joy and feeling grateful become an intrinsic part of your everyday life. Count your blessings until an attitude of gratitude resides in your heart and settles you into a new pattern of being. Go forward with love deep in your heart. Now, I'm sure you're wondering and curious about what I asked. And for those of you that see this later, I don't want to let you guys down. But all I ask is keep it to yourselves. Don't go spreading it around. It's nothing bad. It's really not. But I asked simply what me and Colin Brown are to each other. And the very first card that came up, and that was associated with the past and has the yin and yang symbol up here, he balances me. He balances the light in me. No, he balances. He's the balance of the dark in me, and I feel like I'm the balance of the light in him. We could have been family before in a past life. We could have been lovers. We could have been king and queen, prince and princess. I have no idea. Romeo and Juliet. But Actramus was the present. So I'm not sure what that means exactly in the question that I asked. And Singold is the future. So at present, I mean, like in a general sense, I know that I can relate to Colin because I love the paranormal as well. I would love to be able to investigate it more, but not every place you go to investigate is going to guarantee for sure be haunted. You can call spirits in, absolutely. But before you do that, I would always make sure that you call in the angels first, north, south, east, and west, so that they can keep the perimeter safe and keep any negative energy that is going to be drawn to the power from trying to get in and cause trouble. Normally, I write these down, but I don't have any of my notebooks here. I took them all home recently. So tomorrow, when me and Mom go out to do the Christmas shopping thing, because she's the one doing early Christmas, I don't have any money to really. So what I have left, I'm trying to make it last as long as I can, because right now it's really the only money that I have to live on, aside from the little bit that I took out of my savings today, which I really didn't like doing. But then I'm seriously thinking about closing my account with that bank anyway, because I don't like the way they do things. So if your bank is PNC, you better think twice, because they have a bad habit of doing things like somebody there recently, I don't know how recent, but they saw fit to open a checking account in my name without my permission. And all I wanted was a savings account. I did not say that I wanted a checking account, and I don't. Because when you have a checking and a savings account, they have a bad habit of taking part of your savings and put it into your checking so that it keeps both accounts open or what have you. So tomorrow, before we do any of the shopping that Mom wants to do, we're going to go to the bank, and I'm going to talk to a representative and explain my situation to them. I'm going to ask them to close out the checking account and either put the $20 in my savings and leave it there, or give it to me in cash. Give me the paper saying that the account is closed, that I will then put in a folder and keep it, so that in the future, if it happens again, I'll be like, whoever did this, stop it now. Because I had this account closed and I made it very clear. I do not want a checking account. I only want a savings, because we could be moving soon. I don't know. I doubt that it's going to be soon, but I try to be hopeful once in a while. So I don't want to get too much stuff going on here and then moving and then having to go through it all again, because then I'm with a new bank and then I'm in a whole new environment, and we have to learn the way people live there in West Virginia, the way people socialize, the way people, get together and have fun or whatever it is. So the balance, I guess, makes sense. The present doesn't. In the future, I don't know either. I mean, I'm not regretting that the dragons are coming through and talking to me in this fashion. But when I was shuffling the cards, I said past, present, future. What are we to each other? So apparently we were each other's balance in the past. Not sure about present, not sure about future. But that's okay. I have this live stream, so I can always review it tomorrow or some other day and then write down. See, I'm tired. Tired brain, not thinking right. Then I can write down how the order that they came. Balance was first, then Actramus, then Sin Gold. So it should be safe to put these guys up now. And I know that they're trying to help, and I appreciate that. I love my dragons dearly. The circle, the LBRP circle that I did, the Lesser Banishing Pentagram Ritual, where I was doing the stars in the 4 directions and stuff. And the language I was speaking, if you want to know, I'm guessing is probably Hebrew or something like that, because it's like Yod He Vahe. That I think is like it's one of the many names of God, or Yehoshua, Jesus. Or some people call him Jesus. But I don't want to give myself false hopes that I'm ever going to even have the joy and honor of meeting Colin and his family. I have suggested many times to them because they said, if there's a place you want us to investigate, let us know in the comments section below in a recent video, and we'll talk about it, think about it, get back to you or what have you. But they're always so busy. I mean, Colin, he's gone for a whole week out of every month. So the other 3 weeks, I don't know how he spends them, and it's really none of my business. But he is married, him and Courtney. They haven't been married long. I think it's only been a few months. I don't know, but I try not to think about it. I'm happy for them on the one hand, but on the other, I've got that niggling in the back of my mind. What is it about him? What are we to each other? If it's a matter of we knew each other in a past life, okay, I understand. Maybe we're not meant to be together in this life. Maybe we're not meant to meet at all. I don't know. But best way that I can describe it is his music. It speaks to my soul. It speaks to the dark side of me, I guess. And my absolute favorite did is one of the. It was a music. It was a little, and I absolutely love it. As a matter of fact, I in the background while I'm live streaming, but I wasn't going to be or anything, so I decided, I don't want to risk it. I mean, especially playing headbanger music this time of night. I don't want. But it's 11:53. I've been on here a little over an hour. I'm probably going to, I don't know, pretty much call it quits by 1 o'clock. But come 12:30 or so, I will probably take my nighttime pill. I only have one, and I've never slept on this bed behind me, so I hope I can sleep on it okay. And I also, in my flurry and rush to run out, get out of the apartment and get over here and get to the bank and get Mom her money and all that, I forgot some pertinent things, important things like my pills. But there's 2 of them that I usually take at night when I go to bed. And most weeknights, it's typical for me to go to bed like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to just keep doing dragon readings for the moment, because to me, even though this isn't maybe necessarily considered magic per se, it is magic to me because these are ancient beings. There's 4 clans, and I need to find my dragon mother calling, because that's also one that you can do where you call a dragon in each direction. And I also have one that has to do with the 4 archangels, which, as we know, are Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, and Raphael. Raphael is usually the healer. Michael is more like the warrior. Gabriel, not sure. And Uriel, I know for a fact, I mean, this is his vessel. He is my birth angel. So even though I'm an earth sign, I have a lot of fieriness in me. I'm also a blue phoenix. So hopefully by the weekend, for sure, I will go through my other live streams and I will find the one where I stopped reading whatever chapter I stopped reading in the Green and Black book, my Wicca book, and just pick up again, try to write my schedule again, try to stick with it again, take a nice, much needed break from playing Abacan Life so much, because I've been trying to disappear into it, because it's a creative outlet for me. Part of the most fun that I have in that game is when I am buying rooms and decorating them to my taste. Girl, I've come up with some pretty funky ones that you would look at and go, don't know that I would do that one, but okay, if it makes you happy, do it, trying to spend very little, trying to get the inexpensive stuff, the cheapest stuff that they have, and just kind of build yourself up, along the way. I hope that you still have your account with Avicon. If you don't, I understand. You don't have to necessarily get one again just for me. I don't know what's going on in your life, Char. I'm sorry that we haven't had much contact. But my life is 9 times out of 10 is a chaotic mess. So I get lost myself, and I don't ever forget about my friends. I get distracted because it seems like there's times when like there's a bunch of stuff coming at me at once, and I'm like, whoa, stop. This is too much. Back off a little bit. I can't, this is too much. I can't handle it. Now I'm going to do a 10 card with this deck and see what dragons come up. And no, you don't necessarily have to do this every time, but when I feel like I need to do things a certain way, I listen and I do them that way. And I got to think of a question I want to ask, because I need to let go the whole Colin thing, because otherwise I could do like countless, endless dragon readings to try and produce an answer that is within me. So what I need to focus on instead is finding the path to find that within me and bring it forth, so that I can at least have an understanding of, like some of it I can tell you is I admire him because he has been paranormal investigating since he was 15 years old. And as far as I know, he's like 25 right now, because my daughter Alicia just turned 24, her last birthday, and Colin is 1 year older than her because he was born in 96. I'm pretty sure she was born in 97. But anyway, let's see what the 10 cards have to say. Okay, when I don't know what to ask, generally I will say, what is it that I need to know at this time in my life? And you just block everything out, everything else. Okay. This should be interesting. Whoa. Wow. Orbron. He's the first card. And again, doesn't mean it's nothing bad. It's just kind of like, whoa. That's a shocker. Avebury Matriarch is the second card. Merlin the Dragon. Need to move my dragon book here. Whoops. Ooh. Peace. Ooh. Soul Guardian. Magic and manifestation. I'll have to move my pop up there because I need the space to do these last 4 cards, so they're not like going off onto the floor. Destiny. Spirit. Hearn. and the philosopher. Oh boy. Okay, let's see what Oberon has to say. He is an Earthwalk dragon. Page 82. Here he is. Reconnect to your physical body. Get out of your head. If Oberon has turned up today, it is to reassure you that you can achieve what is required. You may have to dip deep within yourself and maybe do this for the long haul, but you can and will succeed. This striking red dragon's connection is firmly grounded and, in effect, connects to our base chakra. He therefore relates to everything that makes up our physical lives and the world we create for ourselves. Oberon's message is a simple one. Nothing in this world you call home is insurmountable. Nothing is too big to deal with. Get your feet back on the ground and anchor yourself into your physical reality. Having your head in the clouds will not give you the answers you desire or require. Connect to your base chakra and reconnect to your physical body. Get out of your head and into your body. Release your ever tumbling and swirling thoughts. When you are more grounded in this way, you will be better placed to deal with the matters that are demanding your attention. You will then be able to handle them fully and with ease, freeing you to move forward. Your time is best spent tackling whatever is demanding your time. Deal with it totally, and then you will be in a position to move forward. Although Oberon is a tough-talking dragon, sometimes you need to hear it as it is. He is a great ally when you need to get a job done and deal with the here and now. Oberon finishes his message with, seek the path of least resistance. The more you tussle with a problem, the tighter the noose becomes, eventually strangling the solution. Yeah, that sounds like me. Avebury Matriarch. Okay. $79. I will guide you to discover the best way you can heal. This dragon comes in with the strength and power to delve deep into our ancestral past and bring healing. Yes, please. She usually follows the matriarchal line back through the passage of time. She states, the time has come to release the chains that bind the continued pain from your ancestors, which has been passed down from generation to generation. You do not need to own this, as it is not and never was your pain to bear. She reassures us it is safe to explore old family hurts and release them to her. Yes, please. If she has shown up today in your reading, ask for her wisdom to guide you in the best way to heal the past and move forward in your life. Yes, please. She says, I will guide you to discover the best way you can heal and leave the pain of your ancestral past behind. Old family wounds only fester on a deeper level, if not acknowledged and released. They serve you no purpose in your journey now. If the Avebury matriarch has flown into your awareness today, she wants you to visit an old natural temple. I would love to. Stone circle or other ancient sacred site and connect to the energy of the land there. She asks you to ground yourself, be still, and ask for her guidance. Yes, please. Due to her connection with the Avebury henge, she carries an incredibly ancient energy, that of the old ways, the shamanic healing of the ancestors of England. Yes, please. Her wisdom is as ancient as the land itself. Next is Merlin the Dragon. And he is a Grandmaster Dragon. 104. I'm too far back. Here he is. Here he is. Continue your journey, discovering what you need to learn, understand, and own. Merlin the Dragon, to give him his full name, is an incredibly large and sage old dragon whose message is one of teaching and learning. If he has found his way into your reading today, his message is this: not all things are as they seem. Some are images being reflected back to you in order for you to understand discernment and learn the lessons of self-trust. Only once you have done this will you discover how to stand in your own power and own who you truly are. Yes, please. The Grandmaster Dragons are able to shapeshift between their dragon and human or angelic form, and whichever guise he adopts, Merlin is the teacher of the teachers. So heed his wise counsel. You are unable to teach others until you fully understand the lessons yourself. Once you have mastered these, you are in a position of clarity and ownership and can share your wisdom with integrity and power. Until then, hold your tongue and continue your journey, discovering what you need to learn, understand, and own. Only then will you be in the place of authority to share your knowledge with others. If you notice that owls keep crossing your path, know that Merlin is around and willing to share his infinite wisdom with you and show you what you need to learn. Yes, please. He will stretch you and often answer questions with another question, encouraging you to seek the answer from within. He is not an easy grandmaster to work with, but he will guide you well. And as far as the positions, I'll do my best to explain them after I read the cards in case you're like, okay, what does each position mean? Which makes sense, to ask that. Next card is Peace. And he is on page 57. Allow me to pull together your scattered energies. Yes, please. This beautiful and gentle dragon encourages us to be kind to ourselves. We frequently push ourselves too hard in our lives, whether this is at work or at home. We forget who we truly are and can miss the beauty in life as we become self-absorbed. This dragon's energy guides us to an inner tranquility, helping us to feel and trust that everything is fine. Finally, we begin to see and understand the beauty and lessons in all things. Although incredibly powerful, this tranquil dragon brings the energy of gentle bliss, like the early morning summer sun, giving us a sense of completeness we previously lacked. If she has come to you today, her message is this: allow me to pull together your scattered energies so that you can feel a sense of peace enter your soul. Yes, please. Every situation has a legacy, but alas, occasionally it can take a little time to appreciate or understand this fully. Let my presence help release any negative feelings. Yes, please. for you are truly a creator and are immensely powerful. By allowing peace to enter our lives, we enable our very beings to carry more light. We become beacons for others to follow. But in order to do this effectively, we must release our need for control. If life has been dull or you are feeling generally out of sorts, call upon peace to lift your blues. Yes, please. She will support you by showing you the beauty of life and helping you to celebrate your experiences here on earth. Yes, please. But remember, you can only do this if you relinquish your need for control. When you do so, you will feel lighter, brighter, and more connected to the universe. Next is Soul Guardian. He's page 127. Soul Guardian. Here he is. I am the expression of the whole and complete you. This beautiful dragon is your soul guardian and your very own dragon counterpart. Oh, wow. This majestic being carries all of you, all your past and your experiences. You are he. He is you. He knows all there is to know about you and your lives. He knows that which you need to do, that which you avoid, and that which you celebrate. He is the guardian of every incarnation you have experienced as a soul throughout the ages. The good, the bad, and, of course, the ugly. He says, as well as your positive side, I also hold your shadow. The part that you would rather not acknowledge exists. I am the keeper of all memories. As you pass through each lifetime, your human body and mind have a need to protect themselves. When you experience pain or trauma, whether from birth, life, or death, a small piece of your soul then also retreats to protect itself. I am the guardian of your soul, the expression of the whole and complete you. If your soul guardian dragon has arrived in your cards today, he is telling you that the time has come to begin to piece your soul back together. Yes, please. To recall all the missing parts. Yes, please. So that you can complete the amazing picture and reveal yourself in all your magnificence as a living being. Yes, please. He tells us all you need to do is ask. Yes, please, and I will guide your way. You are a spiritual warrior, but you must learn to listen to your inner guidance. I will always be beside you as you follow your path. Thank you, Soul Guardian. Magic and Manifestation, page 63. Here it is. It took me a minute to find it. We are here to help turn your dreams into reality, change your world, and support you. Thank you. These two dragons are the only pair on one card in the deck. Originally, they were separate, but as I began to connect with them more deeply, I realized that they were a beautiful pair of two equal parts, magic and manifestation. These unusual dragons are powerful allies to have and are among the most influential and magical of all the dragons yet to come to Earth. And yes, they are Earthwalk dragons. If they have shown themselves to you, their message is this: we have danced into your consciousness to reassure you that the worst is now behind you. Your journey has been a long and arduous one at times. Now look to the future and embrace what is to come. They carry the limitless energy of magic and manifestation and warn. Be sure and clear in your intentions when invoking our presence, for we are the alchemists. Is what you are asking for what you truly desire? Will it serve and benefit your higher purpose? Call upon us when you want things to swoop into your life. We are here to help turn your dreams into reality, change your world, and support you as you undertake your journey. Look deep inside and ask what it is you really want. Once you are clear about your choices, we will assist you in achieving them. Yes, please. These dragons will dive to your aid when you need any kind of practical support. Yes, please. Excuse me. If you need help on a specific aspect of your physical existence here on Earth, yes, please. You can call upon their dynamism to help you manifest it. These dual dragons are known as the miracle makers. Yes, please. Destiny. He is on page 85. It is your life, your journey, your path. You walk it your way. Destiny is a mighty dragon of great authority. She has no time for fluffiness, ego, or human dramas, as she puts it. She and her kind have been hidden in the depths of the earth for eons, waiting for us to be ready to take back our power and stand in our individual and collective might. And yes, Destiny is a Earthwalk dragon. She wants to galvanize us into action so that we stand strong against adversity and, if necessary, fly in the face of authority to challenge systems that are no longer fit for purpose. She says, if you want change, you need to be that change, not wait for others to do it for you. You do not need their permission to live your life your way, nor can they absolve you from responsibility. It is your life, your journey, your path. You walk it your way. Light and fluffy will not create lasting changes on your planet. Have you ever tried moving a large square, flat-bottomed stone uphill? It is impossible. As humans, you need to come together and work in union, not isolation. Take responsibility for who you are, hold the vision of what you wish to create, and work together with others. We are facing periods of change and, at times, adversity. We, as people of Earth, can only achieve a more secure future if we come together and work for the good of all. We can be the change. The time for division has passed. It is time for us to unite, collaborate, and work in unison. Next, Spirit. Page 66. You are truly awesome and your own creator. Spirit appears to us when we are gearing up for another steep learning curve on our spiritual path. He connects most strongly with those who have begun to work on themselves and are well and truly underway with their spiritual journey. His arrival frequently precedes those whose job it is to work for the planet and humankind. The dragon spirit connects with those in particular who have embarked upon the transitional journey of deep self-healing and self-understanding, and those beginning to recognize the bigger picture within the circle of life. He reminds us that everything is interconnected. There is no separation. He says, there is no you and I as separate beings. We are all one energy. If he has swooped into your reading today, he says, call upon my energy to support you as you prepare for the next step of your amazing journey. Yes, please. You will go through a myriad of shifts and changes, self doubt and euphoria as you embrace the next deep learning process. Yes, please. I am here to guide you through those shifts and changes. Yes, please. You are a spiritual being in physical form, and you have the potential to live a soul-filled spiritual existence on earth. You are truly awesome and your own creator. So embrace what is to come on the next leg of your journey. If you are feeling spiritually disconnected, lost, or simply overwhelmed, call on spirit to guide your way. Yes, please. Your job here is to watch and listen to your feelings, sudden flashes of inspiration, and, as always, signs and symbols from the dragon clans. Although these are sent by the dragons, they can be subtle, so be aware and look out for them. Meditate with spirit and ask for his guidance to inspire and enlighten you. Yes, please. Okay, Hearn, which I know he's like the back of the book. 138, he's a guardian dragon. Excuse me. Boy, I'm gassy tonight. Okay, where are you, Hearn? There he is. I think he is literally the last dragon in the deck. Yep, he is. It is time to reevaluate, to slow down your fast paced life. Yeah, that sounds about right. The earth dragon Hearn is connected to nature and everything within the natural world: the rocks, the earth, the trees and plants, the animals and the birds. He advises us that we would do well to remember that we too are a part of the seasons, the earth's rotation, and of Mother Earth herself. He reminds us that everything is cyclical and draws our attention to how out of sync we are now with the earth's natural rhythm. Even our internal body clocks are out of kilter. We couldn't imagine life without our smartphones, being connected to the internet, social media, and 24/7 TV. But all of these things act as distractions, which stop us from delving into ourselves, finding our own internal patterns, reconnecting with ourselves, and, in turn, with the natural rhythm of our planet. Hearn says, you celebrate May Day, Halloween, Christmas, and other festivals, yet you forget the real essence of what they truly signify. They are a celebration of the turning of the seasons, of the earth's bounty, and you are out of step with these things. It is time to reevaluate, to slow down your fast paced life, for you are constantly spinning on your axis rather than interweaving with the earth's beautiful tapestry. Make time to look at the trees, watch the waves, listen to the bees. Your body and mind require time to replenish and reboot, to use a popular human word. He also emphasizes that nothing lasts forever. Things such as human love and life, he says, wax and wane like the moon. They are forever changing. They follow the natural cycle of birth, life, death, and rebirth. And lastly, the philosopher. Page 114. The philosopher. You should follow that which you seek with your heart. This wise old dragon is all about learning and the direction your life is taking. This can be in your 3D physical world or on a metaphysical level. He shows up when you have been considering taking up any kind of study, whether you're returning to or continuing with formal education or undertaking personal or spiritual development. He came to me bringing a strong connection to Galileo and to the planets, the solar system, mathematics, and science. He says, one is never too old or young to learn. Set your sights high and reach for the stars, for you have much to gain from and to reveal to your learning partners. He has a particular affinity with the stars and constellations, and is often associated with people learning the old arts, such as astrology, scrying, and divination, as well as the sciences. He goes on to say, you have been putting off that which you want to learn. Your self doubt hinders you from following your passion and your true path. Your affinity with the old arts is the starting point of your journey. Take this as notice that you should follow that which you seek with your heart, for only then will you truly tread the steps of your destiny. His presence helps us navigate our world in our chosen direction. He becomes our compass, our guiding star when we are at a loss, as to what comes next. Call upon his presence to help steer you forward. Yes, please. And I think with that, I'm done for now. I'm really tired. I've been on here almost 2 hours. I need to get me something else to eat before I take my nighttime pill and get myself to sleep. Just because I said I wasn't going to bed necessarily till 1 o'clock. It's already like almost 12:30. So I think this is good for a creative, although belated, Lughnasadh Ritual. Now the positions that the cards are in, the way it goes usually is there's a card in the deck, in each deck, that for reasons nobody has figured out yet that I know of. If they have, I certainly haven't met them. You're supposed to pick the card that represents you if you're doing a reading for yourself. That card goes down first. Then you do the 10 cards. So in that respect, there's actually 11. So you put your card down first, and then you put a card on top of that, facing the same direction. And I believe that is, what is that position? Something that covers you. And then the cross card, which is the next card, something that crosses you. The above card is trying to remember. It's been a long time. Something above you. The next card is something below you. The fifth card is something on its way out. The sixth card is something on its way in. The seventh card, I think, has to do with either the situation that you're inquiring about or something like that. The next one up is family. The next one after that is, I can't remember. And then, there's the last one is you can do a continuation of a reading. Like if that first reading doesn't satisfy you, then you can take the last card, put it down on top of your card, and then do another reading, and it'll continue on. So basically something that covers you, something that crosses you, something above, something below, on its way out, on its way in, um, situation, family, and then, like I said, I forget the other two. I'll try to do like a more significant reading, like telling the positions. Next time I do a live stream, I will try to remember, but I can't make any promises that I will. Um, Talking about what the 10 positions mean, um, because there's so many readings that can be done by so many different decks. It's just it's mind boggling. Okay. Um, so Lughnasadh in the short version. Let's get back to Lughnasadh for a minute. Lughnasadh is the first harvest. Mabon is the second harvest, and Samhain or Samhain, people say it differently, is Halloween. Um, there's no Wiccan Holy Day in November, but December 21st is Yule. That's when Wiccans tend to celebrate their Christmas or something Christmas related. Um, January, there's no holy day. February 2nd is Imbolc. March 21st is Ostara. That has to do with the spring. I think, well, it's usually still cold in March. But anyway, April is Beltane, which is April 30th. May, there's no holy day. June 21st is summer solstice. No holy day in July. And then we're back to August 1st, which is Lughnasadh. So, nice short version. Lughnasadh is the first harvest, as we, as Wiccans, see it, basically. But anyway, thank you, Char, for popping on and at least saying hi. I hope that you can watch this all the way through at some other point, and later someday if you're there by yourself and you don't have to worry about distractions. Hopefully you can watch it all the way through. I hope you liked it. And any of my other subs that watch this, bear with me because, like I said, things are so chaotic. It's really difficult for me right now to become any kind of consistent about like my own way of helping to teach others like yourself about true magic and how it works, what to use it for, what not to use it for, and you can't expect it to solve all of your problems. Some of the stuff that we don't want to deal with is within ourselves, the dark part of us that we need to evaluate, we need to talk to, we need to develop a harmony with, and be able to look in the mirror. And as crazy as people will say this is, literally, genuinely mean it when you say, I love you, because you're talking to you, to yourself, to your inner child, to the dark side of you, because the dark side of you is part of you. It's not one or the other. It has to be both. And the balance is what life is supposed to help you with. But you have to do your part to maintain that balance, to find it, to walk your path, to talk your talk, talk your walk your talk, whatever. Um, I hopefully will be able to live stream, like I said, again by the weekend. I'm going to give myself tomorrow. I'm not going to worry about one. I'm not going to really worry about one Friday, but I may try to do one Saturday because me and Maria haven't celebrated Lughnasadh yet either. So I feel kind of bad that she wasn't able to be here for it. But this will give me and Mom some time tomorrow together, or today, later, without distractions, nobody else there. And even though a lot of people say it seems like me and Maria are joined at the hip, we're just really close. She's like a sister to me. She has her own family in New York. She talks to her sister Anna every day. She's trying to talk to her nieces and nephews more often, but there's a whole chaotic mess going on there too that I won't go into now because that's personal stuff and it should not be put on a live stream. Um, but I love you. I still have your magic bottles. They will remain where they are. They will never be bothered, damaged, touched, nothing. Um, if I think about it in some future spell or ritual or something that me and Maria may do or that I may do by myself, I will try to remember to bring your bottles with me and try to make sure keep the power in them. Like rebuild the power in them by like incorporating them into whatever ritual or ceremony or spell I'm doing. Um, and now for the closing. Now, this is the time where you would do the simple feast. Then you release the circle. But my simple feast is going to consist of probably going in the kitchen and eating a cold can of soup because I really don't want to take the time to heat it up. The last time I ate was uh, about 2:30 or 3 this afternoon. Yesterday. So yeah, I need to eat something before I go to bed, and certainly don't want to take my nighttime pill on an empty stomach. So I love you. This is our witch sign. You can also say I love you by doing this. Me and Alicia used to do that all the time when she was little. Anyway, as far as anybody here on this end, we're okay, I guess, for the most part. Um, and I hope to see you on the next live stream. Stay magical. Oh, sorry, closing. Thank you all for coming. This is what I say to the spirits that I call. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for helping. Go if you must, stay if you will, but know ever thus you are welcome here. Go in love, light, power, and my thanks. May the circle be open yet unbroken. May the love of the goddess ever be in our hearts. Merry meet, merry part, till we merry meet again. So be it. And that is the closing. See you next time.